Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a fat activist saying excess body weight actually helps your joint pain. I gained 60 pounds and my joints have never felt better. Yes, that's a real quote. I'm not making this up. We're also going to be taking a look at a couple of bonus clips, including one where someone is saying to call your skinny friends fat. Again. And one where somebody is talking about one of their fat-shaming stories. Please be sure to check out my second channel where I release content not related to fat acceptance. It's called Cynical Reacts, and I recently made a video over there about the cringiest wedding proposals ever. Here's a link. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. Caption at the top reads, I gained 60 pounds and my joint pain improved. That reminds me of the time I poured bleach in my eyes and then I got supervision. Didn't need glasses anymore. Don't pour bleach in your eyes. For legal reasons, that was a joke. Oh, it's our belly dancing friend. Let's go. I love her videos so much, dude. Okay, alright, okay. Including and especially my knees! What? So you're saying excess body weight does not put an excess 4 pounds of pressure on each knee joint like I've read repeatedly? So all those doctors are a bunch of numbnuts. Okay. All those various studies about body weight and its effect on the joints, especially the knees, are full of crap. Okay. According to the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, obesity frequently contributes to soft tissue damage and osteoarthritis, a progressive wear and tear disease of the joints. The impact of obesity is especially felt in osteoarthritis of the hip and knee joints. She said her knees especially feel better. Every pound of body weight places 4 to 6 pounds of pressure on each knee joint. Oh. So it's even more than I originally thought. It's even worse than I thought. Even in less extreme cases, weight loss has been responsible for significant reduction in joint pain. Well, I'm sure these morons don't know what the hell they're talking about, right? This information is only coming to us via the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons. What the hell would they know? I love the look on her face. She is a ham for the camera, dude. Now she says, you hear all the effing time. I lost weight and my joints feel so much better. Yeah, that's weird how people keep on saying that and all the leading science in the field says that it's true. That's weird. Dude, stop. Dude, stop doing hilarious movements and making hilarious faces while trying to talk about a serious topic. What are you doing to me? Well, getting thin caused me searing knee, back, and hip pain. What? Okay, so you lost weight and you got a bunch of joint and back and hip pain? And then gaining weight made it all go away? What the hell? So we've got a reverse gravity situation going on. As we get heavier, we get lighter and alleviate our joint pain. More weight equals less downward pressure because this is the moon. This is no longer Earth's gravity. So we have reverse gravity where the more that something weighs, the less downward pressure it exerts somehow. So if I were to place a 5-pound weight on my chest, that would make me slightly uncomfortable. If I were to place a 200-pound weight upon my chest, that would be fine and I would easily lift it and it wouldn't hold me back at all. You know, when you make sense, you just make good sense. This is all very smart. She looks really confident while she's saying it and she's dancing and stuff, so I'm gonna believe her. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and believe her. Weight loss is not the be-all, end-all for joint pain. Perhaps, but it is like 99.9% of joint pain. If you're not crushing your joints with excess weight, they're typically pretty good. Unless you have like Ehlers-Danlos or whatever that joint mobility thing is, or you have hypermobile joints or whatever the situation, but typically it's really just weight that hurts joints. It sucks that we can't have the music. There's not one health problem only fat people get, except for obesity. Thin people don't have or get obesity. Well, they could get it, but then they would cease to be thin. What fat promise wasn't fulfilled by weight loss for you? I still can't walk or something. I don't know. Losing weight made me more mobile in every single way, more confident. I feel like I got more intelligent somehow. So, I don't know, dude. Alright, so that was really smart. Apparently gravity doesn't exist, and more weight actually alleviates downward pressure on joints somehow. Okay, so your recommendation for my crippling joint pain is to gain 60 pounds. Okay, well, if every pound of body weight puts an additional 4 pounds of pressure on our knees, then 60 pounds of additional body weight would put 240 pounds of pressure on our knees. Obviously, that person is completely insane, but I absolutely love the belly dancing. It's doing it for me, man. Next.
If a skinny girl asks you if she looks fat,
just start dropping elbows. Oosh, 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 you dumb bitch.
I think you should just say yes. Wow!
I should say yes if my skinny friend asks if she looks fat.
Way to make her body dysmorphia worse.
Yeah, you could be doing that.
Way to make her eating just worse.
Yes, also typically if this person is your friend, you would like to be friendly with them, I would imagine.
I can already hear you. Guess what? I have body dysmorphia.
Okay, so you want to go make fun of other people that have it? Is that what this is? It's fine to tell your thin friend that has body dysmorphia, yeah, you look fat, because you also have body dysmorphia. This is a very strange support group that I've joined, huh? Okay, so we all have the same thing, so let's shit all over each other. Okay.
I have an eating disorder.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, but does that mean that we should try to dunk on other people that also have an ED? If you have an ED, then why would you say hurtful things to other people with an ED? You would think that you would understand that it kind of sucks. Yeah, I've been shot before, and that's why I shot you. Like, what? But didn't it suck when you got shot? Yeah, it did suck a whole lot. Then why did you shoot me?
So fat. I exist as a fat person all day, every day, all night.
Even at night? Okay. I usually let my obesity take the night off, but go on.
So, hearing, are you sure I don't look fat tonight?
This is just you being hurt and saying a bunch of things to try to hurt other people because you are hurt.
Yeah, Jessica, you do. Now what?
Well, you know, if somebody that's larger than me tells me that I am fat, it's really not hurting me that much, you know? Sorry. I shouldn't have asked you. That was real dumb on my part, honestly. I'm not going to pretend like I don't see her point. I do see her point. And I've said before, if you're hanging out with your friend who is larger than you, you should not ask them, do I look fat? I agree with her in that regard. This is a passive-aggressive thing to do. Unless you just really are so clueless because you're so deep in your own shit. I do acknowledge that that is unkind for that person to do that to you, and that's why you're responding this way. It does not justify it, though.
Are we not going anywhere? Like, I'm fat all the time, and I still leave the house.
No, sorry, we're not going to the movies now. Now that I think that I feel fat, we can't go to the movies anymore.
Like, are we not going to the bar anymore?
Sorry, no. If you had said that I looked thin, we would be at the bar right now slamming back some margaritas, but you had to make me feel bad, so here we are, crying into our beers at home.
God forbid someone sees you as fat.
Okay.
I'm right here.
Yeah, she's getting mad and she's getting a little nutty, but like I said, I get her point. Don't call yourself fat in front of somebody that's fatter than you. I'm beating this dead horse, riding it through a ghost town.
I just feel so fat today. Okay, but you're not.
Well, anybody can feel fat. Just because someone is fatter than me doesn't mean that I am not fat. There are levels to this shit.
But you're not.
Oh, thanks. You didn't have to berate me for 10 minutes to finally come around to the conclusion that I am not fat. Thank you. That's all I wanted from the beginning, bestie. What are you doing?
So, can we go?
Yeah, I guess we can still go to the bar since you did eventually acknowledge that I was not fat. I'm just playing around, guys. Okay, so that was nutty, and we've seen this story before, and like I said, I get her point. If you're a larger person and you have a friend that's constantly calling themselves fat when they are much smaller than you, and they just can't see past their own body dysmorphia and it's making you feel bad, stop hanging out with them. You know what I mean? You're hanging out with your blind friend. You're like, God, that sun is really bright today. It's freaking blinding me. That's not a dig at blind people, obviously. Oh, man, this thing's going off the rails. We better get on to the next clip. Next. All right, so this is kind of like one of those fat-shaming stories that I used to do.
As a fat / plus size person, no matter what I'm about to say to you, somebody's gonna get angry, so just know that I don't care.
I like her already.
Obviously being this way, I've had some crazy things happen to me that I didn't even know were a thing or that I just never even thought about. And I do take 100% responsibility for how I got here, you know, obviously.
Okay, I like her even more. She's already dope.
I blame a little bit of it on my PCOS, but at the end of the day, I take responsibility. So I'm about to tell you one of the stories that has happened to me that honestly just grinds my gears. Things that I think most of the things that happen to me because I'm a bigger person are hilarious. Sometimes they do.
Let this person be a case study and how to deal with adversity. She's laughing. She's like, yeah, I put myself here. You know, a lot of crazy stuff has happened because of this, that, and like, this person is honest. This kind of reminds me of how I approach life. I've been going through a lot of really negative, crazy stuff in my life recently. Like, I might have to get rid of this house and move my ass all the way back to Nevada for various reasons. No, I'm not going through like a messy divorce or some crap like that. There's lead in my house, this, that, and the other thing. I have a 3-year-old. Various other things are making it to where I might have to do a bunch of crazy crap that's really going to suck. But throughout this entire process, I laugh left and right. Literally, when the world is burning around me, I'm laughing. And people around me are very confused, and sometimes they get angry at me for that. And I'm just like, look, guys, I could be crying right now, or I could be laughing. Like, life could be real hard, man. You can laugh about it, or you could cry about it. The choice is yours. I'm gonna laugh my way all the way to the grave, baby. When I'm laying on the ground, bleeding out, breathing my last breaths, I'm gonna be like, what? Are you serious right now? Oh, man, come on. And then I'm just gonna lay back and die. Literally. What else can you do? Cry? For what? I got no tears left to cry, dude. Like Ariana Grande, baby. I got no tears left to cry. And that's not to say that I don't take life seriously. I do. But I also make jokes constantly throughout just to keep myself sane, dude. Hopefully, my stupid, moronic sense of humor helps impart a little bit of sanity into some of your lives, too.
Give me anxiety, like going to Disney World or something like that. But, like, for the most part, I just think everything's funny. Like, I'm just like, damn.
Yes! Literally what I was just talking about. I knew it. Yes. You know how to handle adversity, dude.
You know? But here we go. We're going to start off fairly easy. I'm going to tell you about the time when I was in high school and I wanted to get my blood drawn, right? Okay, so basically when I was in high
Fat shaming at the phlebotomist.
school 4 years ago, I was a senior and they had these like blood drives every year and I was always so excited. I was like, oh my God, like a good cause, like me giving blood. Like I have whatever universal blood is. I don't know at the moment. I just know that that's what I have, right?
What is the universal blood? Is that like O positive or something? I don't know my blood type. Is that weird?
So I was like, oh my God, like this is great. Blah, 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 blah. Like I'm so excited. And I wait in line for 3 hours. 3 hours at school. Honestly, I don't care because
Dude, if this was in school, waiting 3 hours, that means you don't have to do work or what? Because we all know that any high school student would take any task that gets you away from class for several hours. I will go wait in that line for 6 hours if it means that I'm not in class.
I got out of class. I'm like,
yes.
Who cares? And I was,
Dude, assemblies. Didn't you guys love assemblies? You're like, yes, let's go hang out in the stupid auditorium for no reason. Can we make this like an all-day assembly?
You know, talking with my friends and like we're cutting up, whatever. And like it had been like an outrage around the school that like you couldn't get your blood drawn if you were gay and like all this other stuff.
What the heck? What year was this? What the hell? You don't appear to be that old. What year was this?
And so I was just like, damn, like that's crazy.
That is crazy. What the hell?
Not expecting like that to happen to me, right? And I'm not gay. But obviously I'm fat and I didn't really think that had anything to do with it, you know?
Okay, go on.
So I go down there. I'm very excited. I'm like, yes, you know, I sit down. She's asking me all these questions and she's like, how much do you weigh? And at the time, I think I was like, I don't know, like 375. And she was like, oh, honey. And I was like,
Uh-oh. When they say, oh, honey, that's bad.
wait. And she was like, I'm going to have to ask you the rest of these questions because I can't stop. And I'm going to tell you right now.
I'm gonna have to ask you the rest of these questions because I can't stop. That's kind of a terrifying statement right there, huh? That feels like you're about to book me into jail or something. Once I begin asking you these questions, I cannot stop, so get ready. What is your full legal name? Have you ever had a full rectal exam? Blah, 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 blah. What? Once we proceed down this line of questioning, there is no turning back. What? What the hell? I just wanted to give some blood. I wasn't trying to be initiated into some sort of society.
You can't donate blood. And I was like, why? I was literally, my wheels were turning. I was like, damn, you would have thought that somebody would have told me that you can't donate blood if you're fat. Like, I had no idea.
Yeah, especially before you waited in line for several hours, right? They saw you waiting in the line.
And so I'm sitting there angry and I'm just like, why did nobody tell me? Like, this is some BS. And she goes, no, honey, like, it's not because you're fat. It's because you exceed the weight limit for the chair.
Why, God? Why? Okay, so I can't donate blood because I exceed the weight limit for the chair. Okay, well, all right, I'm standing now. Can we go ahead? So I can't just, like stand up and then you could take my life-saving blood? No? That's very weird. I thought it was going to be some weird thing like the needle couldn't go in deep enough or we didn't have the right kind of needle or some silly crap. But you exceeded the weight limit of the chair. That would have been my face too.
The weight limit on the chair was like 250 and
Oh my goodness.
I was like,
Yeah. Probably don't want to sit in that chair. What kind of a bitch-ass chair has a 250 weight limit?
checks out. This is my villain origin story right here.
She's hated the world ever since this moment.
Right here!
Okay, well, I don't blame you for that being your villain origin story. That would make me bitter as hell, too. 250-pound weight limit on this chair? What the f... Okay, so that was completely insane, and I love the fat-shaming stories. They always crack me up. Like I said, the best way to deal with adversity in life, through my experience, is just to laugh about it, joke about it. I know it seems fairly insane to laugh when everything is going wrong. What else are you gonna do? Cry? So what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Will excess body weight help your joint pain, especially your knees? Should you tell your thin friend you're fat if they ask you? And what do you think of that person not being able to give blood because they exceeded the weight capacity of the chair? Leave a comment below. Happy Thursday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.
Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just me.